So today we continue our adventure outside the All England Club, which is also known as Wimbledon for the rest of you. And this road is closed. Shit, I have to turn around. Yeah, so today I've been collecting a few items from various motorcycle stores to take on the trip to Japan. And the one problem with this bike is that the boot space below the seat is just so tiny. I mean, I've worn cricket boxes that have more space in that, and that's, as they say, big cylinder, small dick. Yeah, it just kind of means I've always got to take my backpack with me, which is a bit annoying. So now I'm on my way to Clapham, and I'm not going there to visit the infamous Clapham Gloryhole. I've already done that once and I've been left permanently deaf in one ear. Oh fucking hell. Need to get to Clapham, I've gone too far. Then I also noticed that eventually everybody becomes slightly a product of their environment, and or the kind of area that I live. You know, it's the kind of place where people wear quilted jackets, and there's like a rule on the local high street that there can be no betting shops or any kind of fast food shops. So I guess it, you know, it helps. It keeps the riffraff out. But yeah, I'm finding that I'm becoming more and more like the people there that I saw some kid in a car. I mean, yeah, fine, it was a shitty car. I mean, everyone's allowed a shitty car. That wasn't the problem. But he was like playing Avicii, like full whack through the speakers. And the speakers, like, they were shit speakers. I'm pretty sure they were all blown out. I mean, because it just sounded like absolute fuck. I mean, there's nothing wrong with playing music loud out of your car. I mean, as long as you're not too disrespectful. But at least get a decent set of speakers. I mean, no one wants to listen to it, you know, potato quality through some crap set of speakers from the 80s. I mean, I've got a calculator that could have reproduced better sound than that. So yeah, I'm kind of worried that am I slowly going to turn into my neighbour who walks around in a barber jacket and with Wellingtons half the time. He's never attempted to remember my name, because I kind of did want to fuck with him, because English people always struggle with Finnish names. So when I first introduced myself to this guy, I told him that my name was Ilmari Juhani Joutajärvi, and since then he just always calls me dear boy. So one day he turns up at my door and he says, let me try and see if I can do the way he speaks. Dear boy, you wouldn't happen to have your 12 gauge in the shed with a couple of Roxall cartridges, because I've got a pair of Ramblers at the bottom of my field up to a bit of buggery and they won't let me in on the action. So anyway, as you've guessed, this guy is your typical kind of upper class country folk type of person. Probably went to boarding school and over there learnt the fine art of that when you dip the end of your towel in some water after playing water polo, you can practically get the end of it to go supersonic, and it basically licks the top layer of skin off somebody else's buttocks. And as you can imagine, your humble vlogger me, I would have no such idea of those kinds of activities at all. You know, I'm just a Finnish kid riding around and fuck! I tanked up at like 129, and I knew I should have waited until I came here. Actually, while we're on accents, I should try my, it's very appropriate this time, because I got myself some silk gloves, and that reminded me of the classic Bernie Mac line from Ocean's 11. Now, ideally we should all wear gloves to bed, but I find that this gets in the way of my social agenda, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so hopefully my silk gloves provide me with adequate protection from the cold, just in case it starts to sit around the freezing point. I never understand though, Clapham is just always, it's a complete clusterfuck every single time when I come down here. I just avoid it at all costs, because you just end up fucking about in like these one-way systems. Check it out, we're in the crush zone. Do I let them in? Okay, I'm small. Yeah, I'm gonna go through. Yeah, and before I go, one more thing. Tell me what you think of the way the video looks, because I've decided, well, I'm experimenting a bit. I've put it into 1080p 24 frames a second and turned on Protune, and then put the GoPro into RAW mode, so it collects all the color information possible. Because I'm trying to work out the best settings for capturing all that footage, and to see how it all performs when I put it into into the video editing software and then do the color correction afterwards. So basically, tell me if you think you like it, and then yeah, I'll probably do it to get some good footage.